doing? Hey, hey, hey. We have Sharon in the house dropping links. Yes, Sharon. Thank you so much for coming. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay, alright? We have Desandra in the house. Hey, hey, Desandra. How you doing, sis? Hope you're doing alright. And Sharon, welcoming Desandra. Sharon is our producer, our welcome party. Thank you for coming, Sharon and Desandra. I have a little bit of a setup here in bed because I had a long day. I had a good day. I had a long day. I filmed two different videos for y'all. Um, and I had to run errands, and I did that, and I am exhausted, but we're going to do this live. I'm not sure yet if I'll do a live on Friday. I don't know yet. I might have some other stuff to do, and I'm also thinking about moving the live from Friday to Sunday afternoon. So if that's something that you would like, if you can let me know. You can let me know in the chat, or if you're watching on the replay, you can comment below if you prefer Friday or Sunday for the live. Okay, so y'all know why we're here. We're here for yet another episode of me telling y'all about the 4400. Okay, let's share the screen. Okay, y'all. So I'm super excited to share with y'all about the 4400 episode 3. Okay, come on, computer. You can do it. You can do it, little computer. There we go. So I'm super excited to share with y'all about episode 3. I really enjoyed this episode. There we go. Alright, y'all. I really super enjoyed this episode, and I cannot wait to talk about it with y'all. As usual, um, okay, hold on. So, blah, 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 blah. Okay, focus, Mo, focus. We're getting the notes. That's why you picked up the phone. Focus. My brain is going really slow today. I have notes. I am prepared, and I am ready to go. So, if you're new here or you don't know about the show, there's a show called 4400 on the CW. It just premiered this year. This week was the third episode, and it's a reboot of the show The 4400 from 2003. So the last few weeks, I've been trying to line up how the characters match up, and really, like, for now, still, I should have put Dr. Dre. Well, we're not sure yet. So anyway, we're not really going to spend time on that so much this week because we didn't really get much evidence on there. But let's just recap who the characters are. So we have Noah, and we got to learn more about Noah this week. Last week we learned that Noah, when Noah sings, when Noah sings, it like hypnotizes people. So we learned that last week. Last week we were also introduced to Saraya. She's the tech expert and reality show junkie. Logan is what's her name over here? Shanice's husband. So far, he's played a really big part in the series. LaDonna was a reality TV star. Sorry, y'all. She went missing around 2015, and we learned a lot about LaDonna this week because this week's episode was was all about LaDonna. Let me just pop over here with Sharon giving us all the info. Y'all, Sharon in the chat is giving us info for those of you who for those of you who are new to the show. So Sharon let us know that the actor's name is Theo Germain. He plays Noah and he's one of the 4400. We don't yet know what year he was taken from. And he came back with hypnotic singing powers. And she's given us the name of the actress who plays Soraya. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, so that's LaDonna. And I knew Sharon, I just knew it. Come on, pop up on my screen. Pop up on this screen. There we go. So Sharon let us know LaDonna, an intelligent rich party girl who was in a reality show in 2015 from 2015, and she has teleportational manifestational powers, y'all. That's what we learned this week. That's what we learned this week, y'all. Okay, let me see. It's a little glitchy. Little laptop is not happy with me. Okay, I think I've gotten that off the screen. All right. Up next, we have Shanice. Shanice. We also learned Shanice's powers this week, y'all. And so we have Shanice. Shanice was a lawyer. Um, and she had a baby when she went missing 16 years ago. So like 2005. Dr. Andre is from like 1920. He was a doctor in Harlem. Come on, Tommy, calm down. Reverend Isaiah went missing in the 90s. He's a reverend. He came from like a powerful church family. Oh, and Claudette was 1950s civil rights activist, I want to say from the South. Claudette's powers is that she can heal herself. Sharon in the chat is giving us the actress name who plays Shanice. Oh, and I forgot. So here we go. And we have Hayden and Mildred, who we're not sure when they went missing from yet, but we learned more about them this week. Okay, y'all. So okay, I'm going to turn my camera off. So this is about Claudette on screen. Thank from Sharon. Now I have a runny nose. What the hell? Why do I have a runny nose? Let's get something going. Oh, that mosquito. So let me just get the pictures up for the recap. And as always, I'll do a short. Oh, I didn't tell y'all Hayden and Mildred's powers, did I? I'll do a short recap video later this week, and I'll have it up this weekend on Monday. So Sharon over here sharing with us that Hayden, he can tell the future, and that Mildred can move things with her mind. We're just going to wait for this to pop back on screen so we can talking about what happened this episode. So overall, this episode was sorry about that, y'all. Please stand by. Um, I mean, to see. I think the Wi-Fi dropped for a while, and the the device that I'm using it was not happy with me. So let me just try a little bit. Oh my gosh. I really hope this is allergies. Okay, so let me try to share the screen again. Let's see. See if we can do this. Oh, Sharon. Wouldn't that be nice? Wi-Fi healing abilities. Okay, now. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Come on. There we go. All right. Okay. Okay, we're cooking with gas. We're cooking with gas. So what I'll do is over here, like so. Can you hear me? Okay, that looks fine. So let's get to the recap. All right. So get my notes. This episode started with um, Mildred, LaDonna, and Hayden in like a little huddle. And this episode started off like immediately where the last episode ends. So it's still the same night. Like so far, it seems like each episode is just like 1 or 2 days. So it seems like they haven't really been back more than a few days, at least not more than a week. So I'm thinking like maybe like at the end of this episode they've been back a week. Sorry about the sniffles. Um so LaDonna, Mildred, and Hayden are sitting there, and Mildred is talking about how they like sneaked off and went back to Belle Isle. Um and how like they have powers, like Hayden can see the future. Mildred like made the Reverend levitate. You remember last week Mildred made the Reverend levitate, and Mildred is the Donna is like, I'm the Kardashian here, I bring reality TV. And y'all, Mildred is like, what's reality TV? So they're kind of like giving us a reference of the time they're coming from. Because like it kind of seems like Mildred is from like the 70s era, maybe. And Hayden is like, what's TV? So Mildred is like, Shanice is the Reverend. Reverend Isaiah is the golden boy. And LaDonna is telling them like who has what role, right? And she's like, Shanice is the rebel. Reverend Isaiah is the golden boy, and LaDonna is the star. Um, and so from that scene, we flash to, oh, did I go too far? What happened? Come back. Okay, go back. We flash to Shanice and her daughter, and the daughter is asking Shanice about like if she left and like stuff like that. And Shanice hugs her daughter Mariah, and she sees a memory of Mariah hugging the stepmother and saying, "I love you, mom." Oh, and they try to talk, and Shanice, Mariah gets mad at Shanice, because like they're talking about the letter Mariah left, and Mariah gets mad and leaves, right? Oh, and we also learn in that scene that Hayden opened the door to let Mariah in. and they give us a shot of Detroit. I've never been to Detroit. So if yes, Sharon, it was super painful for like Shanice to see that, and it was also like disorienting for her because that was the first time her power manifested. So they give us like a establishing shot of Detroit. They gave us the B-roll this episode, y'all. They gave us the B-roll. So I've never been to Detroit myself. So if anyone has been to Detroit, you can tell me if that's what Detroit looks like. Um, so we see there's people protesting outside the hotel. That's like the only shot we see of them. And Shanice, LaDonna, and Dr. Dre are watching the people um protesting, and they're having a conversation. So Shanice tells LaDonna about Mariah coming to see her. And LaDonna tells Shanice and Dr. Dre that Hayden can see the future because when Shanice tells them that Hayden opened the door for Mariah, LaDonna was like, "Oh, that's why he didn't go to Belle Isle with everybody else, so he could stay back and open the door for Mariah." And they're like, "What are you talking about, LaDonna?" LaDonna's like, "Oh, Hayden can see the future." And then LaDonna says that Steve Dugard told her there's going to be a press event. And they asked LaDonna about like when she was taking a shot. She doesn't remember much about what happened. Like she just remembers being drunk and she doesn't remember. So she flashes back to filming her reality show. And y'all, she's talking to her mother and she wants to go to college for computer science, but her mother does not want her to do that. And we find out they're part of the ex wife franchise. Oh my gosh, I know I shouldn't laugh, but anyway, they're part of the ex wife franchise, so ex wives of Miami. And y'all, they are showing us how overproduced these reality shows are. Um, and like her mom is mean. Her mom is like, she's like, "Mom," her mom is like, "Fix your face, and like these clothes won't look good on you." And she's like, "Mom, you don't have to play it up for the camera." And her mom was like, "No, um you have to you have to you have a zit coming, you really do, take care of that." So they flashed back to current time. That mom was mean to her, y'all, mean. Okay, they flash back to current time, and the guard yells at them to go to breakfast. That this picture is out of order. Why is this picture here? Okay, that's fine. We can leave that picture there. So then, meanwhile, Hayden and Mildred are having breakfast with this lady, and y'all, now they're basically feeding them like whatever that is on the spoon. Mildred didn't eat it. I don't think anyone ate whatever that was the breakfast. Um, Hayden is playing chess with this lady on a paper, and I didn't show you the lady. They didn't give the lady a name, a white lady. And Noah runs in, super excited because tomorrow is going to be Hayden's birthday, and Noah wants to celebrate. But Hayden doesn't look like super hype or anything, and they ask Hayden how old he'll be, and he says 91. So we can get an idea that maybe Hayden was taken. Let me see. Okay, 20, 21, take away 91. So that would make Hayden having come from the 1930s. Um, Yes, Sharon, prison food, like full on prison food. Pay attention to that. It will be important in just a little bit. Um, so Hayden seems to have come from the 1930s. So Mildred is like, did I do something wrong to tell people like it's going to be your birthday? And Hayden's like, well, not really. And he's like, well, there is never much to celebrate when you're locked up. So I think that's a clue that Hayden came from prison. So like Hayden was in prison in 1930s. Because remember, Hayden had that like white, like oversized white shirt and pants. That could be like prison outfit or like death row or something like that. Anyway, so up next, we cut to Jarrell putting the two on the clock, and Saraya comes in and says like she didn't see any CCTV footage of. Oh, stomach, calm down. See any CCTV footage of someone drawing the clock, like how the clock just appeared there. Come on, like what? Um, and then they enter a conference room, and for a moment I think we're going to see the like big federal response that's going to happen, but nah, it's just a conference room. And Keisha's girlfriend, that lady is Keisha's girlfriend, in case y'all didn't know. And this is Keisha, by the way. Keisha is the prison officer. So this lady, agent, what's her name? Tells them like about the press event, and she says that Carla Coleman from the mayor's office is going to be in charge of the press event. And this is Carla, and y'all, Carla and Jarrell have some history. This is where the previous picture was supposed to go. And y'all, the actor who plays Jarrell is kind of cute. Kind of cute. How old is he, Sharon? Um, so after the little press event where Carla tells them that Keisha and Jarrell have to pick an ambassador from the 4400 to talk to the press, and that they have to clean up the hotel and make it look really nice for the press. Carla and Jarrell like go off to the side and they're talking, and it seems as if that Carla and Jarrell used to be an item. Oh my God, Sharon, he's a baby. Oh my gosh, he's a baby. Carla and Jarrell used to be an item, and so Jarrell is showing Carla the clock and is like trying to say that like money is involved somehow, and Carla is dismissive, and she's like, remember you lost your job chasing false leads, making leads up. So that they had like a kind of like a fight, kind of. And then Keisha's girlfriend threatens to fire Jarrell if he does not give the prepared remarks that they gave him. So Keisha and Jarrell start interviewing the 4400. Where is that? Okay, we'll come. So Keisha and Jarrell are interviewing the 4400, y'all, and it is funny. But we'll come back to that. And just so y'all know, like, um, this scene happened after the interviews, but Dr. Dre examined Noah, and Noah asked him to get medicine because he's trans, so he needs we're assuming he's hormones. And he's like, and Dr. Dre is like, do you hide being trans? And Noah's like, no, I don't. And Dr. Dre's mind is blown because he's like, Noah is trans from, and he's like tells people that, and Dr. Dre is from the 20s where you didn't just like be things. And so Noah like is apprehensive because Noah's had bad experiences with doctors, but Dr. Dre is like, no, you just expanded my vocabulary, that's all. um so then y'all, no, Keisha and Jarrell are interviewing the people, and I love Claudette. She's like, what, you want me? Let me drink some water. She's like, you want me, a black woman who's been held against my will, to do this work for free? Or she's like, you want me to do this job for y'all for free? Y'all not paying me? No. And Shanice was like, penal code, blah blah blah, unlawful um detention, blah blah blah. Um and Noah told Dr. Dre they didn't even ask him because obviously, you know, um Noah has a big bruise on his face, so they're not gonna ask him anything. They're not gonna want to show that to the press. Um so Shanice is telling Claudette about how she's going to finagle her way to become the press ambassador. She's going to wait till they realize that they don't have anyone who wants the job or can do the job, and she's going to offer herself. So while Shanice and while LaDonna, did I say Shanice? LaDonna. LaDonna is the one who's going to make herself be the press ambassador. So she tells Claudette her plan, and then they're walking, and Reverend Isaiah is leading a prayer. And they have some extras. There we go. And after he finishes the prayer, he tells them like tomorrow is Hayden's birthday. We're going to have a party, and he goes to Claudette and he's like, Claudette, can you help me plan a party for a child because I don't know anything? And Claudette is like, so you think me, a woman from my time, is going to be the one who knows how to plan a party for a child? And she walks away. And Reverend Isaiah says to LaDonna, I didn't mean to offend her. And LaDonna's like, oh, but you did such a good job, and walks away. Oh my god, the shade in this episode, y'all. So, oh yeah, so this is Claudette being like, and this is LaDonna in the back enjoying Claudette shading Reverend Isaiah, being like, you want me to plan a party, so you just assume I can plan party? Like, go plan your own party, dude. Then, um, Shanice and Dr. Dre are the um on the bench again. We've seen them on this bench. That's their bench. And y'all see what I was telling y'all about the number of shots in this show that's just looking over one shoulder at the other actor talking to them. This is just a soap opera. Like a sci-fi soap opera. I guess Star Trek was a sci-fi soap opera. But anyways, so Shanice and Dr. Dre are talking, and they're all being like, I just love the chemistry between these two. And they're also two of the like really good actors on the show. Um, what's his name who plays Jarrell? Like his acting is not that great. Um, so let's see, where am I? What they talk about? So they're talking there, and Shanice tells Dr. Dre, about her experiencing the power, and Dr. Dre is like comforting her because she thinks like she's going to be a bad mom, and she like feels bad. um and then he shares that he didn't know about the medication Noah is currently taking, and he really needs to learn more, and that if they can learn more about their powers, they can start to control their powers. So um LaDonna walks up to Keisha and she's like, "You didn't get anybody right. I can be your press ambassador, but I have the skills." And she's like reciting off all the skills she has: memorization, media handling, whatever, whatever. And she's like, "But I want my phone back in return for doing this." And she starts describing the phone, and wouldn't you know, the phone appeared. That's the phone right there. It appeared on the table next to Keisha, and she's like, "Did you know I would ask for my phone? Why is it and over there?" And Keisha turns, and the phone is gone. So that's the first manifestation of LaDonna's power, is that like she just made her phone appear. She just made the phone totally appear. What did Sharon say the name of that power was? Manifestation. There we go. The power is teleportation and manifestation, y'all. I I so like she wishes for the thing, and the thing comes to her from wherever it is. That seems like how the power is. So then we get another flashback scene, and we get an establishing shot of Miami. Like you see that picture, if you've been to Miami before, you're like, "Welcome to Miami." So they're filming the reality show, and it's like a lunch slash dinner scene. Um, and LaDonna gets up, and her mother is being mean again. So LaDonna like asks the staff. There's like a stage off to the side, and LaDonna asks the staff. Did I take a picture of that? I don't think I did. LaDonna asks the staff to LaDonna asks the staff to um clean up where there's some wires that people could trip over, and her mother's like, "No, no, no, you don't talk to the help. That's not your job." And LaDonna is like, "I don't want anybody to get hurt. This is my first show. I don't want to have legal trouble." And so she is her mom comes in, and she's like, "No, no, no, don't do that." And then y'all, colorism in the black community. I wish Toya was here. Her mother says, "Step away from the window. You can't afford to get any darker." And I was just like, and it reminded me of Gabrielle Union, um, saying that when her daughter was born, people were like trying to look at like the back of her ears and like her nail bed to see how dark she would be. And I was like, that's still a thing. Also, that's a thing in America. I remember growing up, people would like look at a baby, like the back of their nail bed to see how dark they would get, and I never got as dark as my nail bed. Like maybe like when I'm really tan, I like the same color as my nail bed. Um, but yeah, that is just so awful, and they just like just drop that. And I guess I'm sure like a lot of people won't even pick up on that. And then it comes back, right? And LaDonna is looking at herself in the mirror, and she's like, "They can't give me any accessories." She's looking at her makeup, and yo, boom, this necklace appears on her neck. And she's like, she gives herself a little pep talk and she's like, okay, let's go. But also, like, they have a lot of dark skinned people in the show, but like her makeup isn't doing the best for her. Maybe it's just because it's 2015 and everybody was super matte in 2015. But her makeup isn't doing the best for her in this scene right here. But she looks good though. She looks really good. She looks ready to take on the world. Okay, it looks like I'm experiencing technical. Okay, it's back. It's back. Okay, it looks like I'm experiencing technical. Okay, it's back. It's back. All right, we're back. Woo! We are back. That was a brief technical difficulty. So, LaDonna is ready, and we see that they are now tidying up the hotel. All of a sudden, they're vacuuming it, and I can't remember if it's Claudette or Shanice were like, "Oh, they found vacuums. It didn't need to be vacuumed yesterday." And like also like you'll notice like the dinginess of the hotel before, like it's a lot brighter now. And y'all remember that sloppy food, prison food they had for breakfast? They have lobster. They have lobster. They're going to show the press that they're giving the 4,400 lobster. Can y'all believe it? They're giving them lobster. And y'all, this guard though, he like casts an eye at them, like because he's having to like clean up and stuff. Like this guard and his acting. After this, he's going to get like all the roles. I know, right, Sharon? Lobster, lobster. And then y'all, in the middle of this, these like EMTs are taking Noah away. Like Shanice and Dr. Dre and Claudette don't want Noah to go, but they're saying that Noah has to go to get his treatment. And they're like, everyone else could get treatment while they were here. And y'all, I'm really scared for Noah. Y'all know in my last two Friday lives, I've said how like trans people are like at the bottom of the social hierarchy, and people, everyone just thinks they can treat them however. I'm really scared that they're taking Noah away. And previously, Dr. Dre, when he was examining Noah earlier in the episode, he told Noah, um, if he gets nervous, not to sing so they don't find out about his power. And Noah starts humming, and then like Dr. Dre has to remind Noah to not hum. Oh, that's a big deal, Sharon. That's a really big deal. So they've taken Noah away, and we see they're having like the press event. And I guess this is the like only people they're allowed to come, right? And you can see there's Keisha's girlfriend, there's Carla from the mayor's office, there's LaDonna, and there's Jarrell, and all these rest are press. So Carla says a few words and hands it over to LaDonna, and LaDonna is taking them on a tour, and they end up in a room, and LaDonna is like taking questions, and they're asking her, they're like, LaDonna, your mother said you went to rehab, but you don't look a day older. Like, how do you explain that? And LaDonna's like, Oh, it's my 7 step, 15 step, 12 step skincare regimen. I think she said 12 step. It's my 12 step skincare regimen. And they're like, what about the guards? Like, how do you feel about that? And she's like, it feels like I'm Michelle Obama with my own secret service. That is like such a 2015 reference, you know? Because like a current person would probably say Kamala Harris. And then Jarrell starts reading his little speech, and he goes completely off script, and he's like, these people are being held against their will. And LaDonna like interrupts and like, saves the press event when Jarrell goes totally off script. Then after that, Carla is yelling at him. She's like, you could cost me my job for doing that, blah, blah, blah. You could lose another job. And Jarrell is like only thinking about his brother, and like if his brother was missing, if his brother was in the 4400, he wouldn't want him being held against his will. Um, so yeah, 12 step regimen. You know, those celebrities never tell us the truth. They'll be like, I just use this cream. No, you don't just use this cream. You go to the what do they call them again? The esthetician, and you get all these treatments and you get all these other things. You don't just use this cream, okay? So, what's her name? LaDonna goes to the Homeland Security agent girlfriend, Keisha's girlfriend, and she's like, "So my phone? I did what I promised. Give me my phone." And she's like, "No, we can't really give you your phone." Um, she's like, "No, I couldn't really give you your phone." And she's like, "But it's my phone. It's my property." She's like, "Actually, no, it's now the property of the government." Yeah, government always just taking your property. So we flash back to the same event in Miami, where they're filming. You can see the like people, the crew, and this lady who's like LaDonna's godmother, but she's part of the ex-wives franchise. She shows up, and LaDonna is really happy to see her. And this ex-wife and LaDonna's mother, they start going at it, and LaDonna is like, "What the hell?" And her mother is like, "You can't carry this show on your own. We're here to bring the drama." Do y'all watch those Real Housewives? I do not watch any Real Housewives because I don't like people just arguing, and like I cannot I cannot with that. So while the two are arguing, and like Shanice's mother, um LaDonna's mother gets like goes back to arguing for the camera, and they're like, take it is a white woman, Sharon. Um, so LaDonna's mother goes back to the argument. They're like, take two. Yeah, I don't know how people can just watch those like reality show drama things where people are just arguing. And this is what like LaDonna's mother made LaDonna's show. And LaDonna wanted to the show to be like about her going to college, but her mother wouldn't even let her go to college. So so then while like LaDonna is upset, the crew, every time LaDonna is upset, the crew just keep bringing her drinks. So they give her like another drink. They just every time she gets upset about something her mother does, they give her another drink. They give her the drink, and she like walks to go outside, but we'll come back to that. So she has the drink. So um Jarrell is in Money's apartment, and he, he looks so cute in this shot. Like, doesn't he look so cute in this shot? Ooh, calm down, Mo. Um, Keisha comes to the apartment because Carla told her where she would find Jarrell in Money's apartment, and I just noticed. Look at this drawing that's on Money's fridge. Do y'all see that? Can I get a zoom? Anyways, so Keisha comes to find Gerald in Manny's apartment, and Manny Manny gives him Keisha gives Jarrell a pep talk. Can we get out of that? Escape. Keisha gives Manny a pep talk. I'm not Manny, Jarrell a pep talk. Oh my God, Sharon. So Keisha and Jarrell talk in Manny's apartment. Let me what's the word I want to use? Let me check my notes. That's not the word I want to use, but okay, I didn't make any notes about what they talked about. But basically gives him a pep talk and like promised to try to help him keep his job. And the guard um drags Shanice into a room, and we realize, God, how many times will I burp? Her husband and daughter are there. Um, the husband asks for privacy, and the guard goes to it outside the door. And the daughter reads the letter, and her mother is like, I was going through a rough time, I didn't ever mean to leave, and they like kind of like reconcile. Oh, I missed that part. I didn't tell her about the part where the husband found out that the daughter, did I tell y'all? I don't know. Anyway, the husband had previously found out that the daughter um had snuck out to go visit the mother, and the daughter had asked for the letter. So she has the letter now, the letter that Shanice wrote when she had postpartum depression and she was thinking about leaving. um so after that, Soraya pulls Shanice into a room, and she's like a big Shanice stan, watch Shanice from like a child on the Ex-Wives franchise. And she found the pilot episode that they were filming of of That Ladonna Life, which is the name of the show Ladonna was filming. So it's called That Ladonna Life. And she found it on the internet, and she showed it to Ladonna. So Ladonna is looking at the pilot episode, and at the same time, like she's flashing back, and she's watching the episode, and she's flashing back to her mother and her godmother arguing for the camera, doing drama for the camera. And she remembers that she walked outside and she saw the cords that she'd asked them to fix, and she tried to fix it and she trips. And I'm not going to show it, but they show her falling completely off the building because the stage that she tripped on was like next to like an outdoor terrace roof, I guess, a like roof terrace thing, and she trips over like this glass wall, and she's falling off the building, and she like they show like a green cloud, and she like falls into the green cloud, and I'm like, that green light thing is like a big a big, like there was no green light in the original episode, which kind of makes me think that they like really take it in a different direction. um so she remembers that, right? And then they show like after that um they show her mother they show that they just continued filming, and LaDonna is like, huh, I will bring the real life drama. So Meanwhile, Jarrell brought some of his brother's medical books for Dr. Dre. Um, yes, Sharon, that's the moment she was taken, was when she fell off the building. That's when they took her. Oh, I was thinking about that show. Oh my God. The Visitors. Or is it called? I don't know if you've seen it. Or is it like, oh my God, what's the name of that show? Where like people are coming from the future, but like they send their consciousness back, and they can only send their consciousness back to somebody like just as soon as the person dies, and they're like secret agents in like another person's body. So like let's say the person would have died, they like come in their body and they take over their life, and they're trying to do like certain things to like save the future world. Oh, I have to think about this a little more. Anyways, so Jarrell gives Dr. Dre his brother's books, and like he says like his brother, this wasn't a doctor, like he was just like a polymath. He was like into a lot of different things and really smart. And Jarrell also tells Dr. Dre like he thought like his brother would be in the 4400, because his brother, he saw a green light when his brother was taken. What's No, it's not body snatchers, Sharon. I've actually never seen body snatchers. I have to Google this show now. Oh, I have to. Travelers. That's the name of the show. It's called Travelers, and it's on Netflix. That's the name of the show. It's called Travelers, and it's on Netflix. Um, yeah. So Travelers is a show from Netflix, and they like take over people from the future, take over of bodies of people, and take over their whole lives, and they like have to do like little missions to save humanity. Okay, so Ladonna comes in and she's like telling Dr. Dre how she remembers what happened to her. She's like, I fell off a building and no one noticed, and they just kept on filming. And Ladonna, Dr. Dre is like, you're really smart, Ladonna. And he like explains about like reading the medical books and how he's like going to read up on it. Wait, this is not what comes next. This is like a big cliffhanger moment. Okay, I'll just tell you all this, but what comes next is the birthday party. So a paper falls out of one of the books, and then the books, and Ladonna said it's like computer code, but from like the 70s. And yeah, Karen, sorry, Sharon, I don't know why I said that. Um, I do know a lady named Karen. I haven't seen her in a long time. Anyways, yeah, so like this computer code, according to LaDonna, is from the 70s, and people don't even use it anymore. So a lot of 70s vibes going on, right? So LaDonna is like going to try to figure out the code, okay? That's where we're at with the code. And before that happened, um, Jaden I'm now making up stories. I'm now tired. I'm making up names. Hayden is in his birthday party, and they put a candle in a lobster, but um they wouldn't allow them to have a light. And LaDonna is like, I can light the candle, and so she wishes. Yeah, Sharon. Yeah, I think that's what she said. Yeah. Look at you, Sharon, showing off your skills. I believe that's what she said the code is. I thought you might recognize it. Sharon, a resident 70s computer expert. Um, so LaDonna lights the candle like with her power, and they're like, "Ah, LaDonna, you have power." And then, come on, stomach. And then Millie made Hayden a chess set for his birthday using like things from the kitchen. And so, oh wait, Mildred. I already gone on to Millie. My brain is tired. So Hayden like hugs her, thank you. And wouldn't you know, he's like, they hug, and pick CW teen come on computer. Now is not the time to be doing It seems the laptop has decided it doesn't want to hang out again. So again, I've switched devices. Let's see if we can finish this stream. But you probably didn't hear me, Sharon. I was like, tell us more about the symbology of the chess. Tell us about chess while I try to rescue this stream. Okay, so ooh, yes, 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 Sharon, good point. So, anyways, y'all, Mildred, then after the hug, over the thank you hug for the present, happy birthday, thank you hug, Mildred kisses Hayden because it wouldn't be a CW show if it did not have a teen romance. And so, um, so let's try to finish this storyline. So then Keisha is with her girlfriend, and they find out that they're going to let Jarrell keep his job because if they fire Jarrell, like that will not look good for the press. So to save face, they're going to let Jarrell keep his job. So so Keisha is like fine, and she's mad because I know, right, Sharon? It's like that's why I didn't watch CW, because it's just always a teen romance. Like they could just call it the teen romance channel. CW is to teen romance as Lifetime is to CW is like a teen version of Lifetime or the Hallmark Channel. Anyways, I need some air. So Keisha's mad because her girlfriend did not keep her promise to give LaDonna her phone, and so they fight, and the girlfriend is like, you're going to choose the side of your partner that you've known for weeks, whereas your partner that you've known for months, you're not going to take my side. And Keisha's like, I'll sleep at my house. So, and we find out that Keisha and her girlfriend have been together for 6 months. So then we see Mariah is fencing in her mirror, and she has a message on her phone. So she goes to her phone, and it's a message from LaDonna. And LaDonna is like, send this video on social media, put it on blast. And it's a video of like her mother like asking them to let them go, telling them they're holding them illegally, and they show when like they push Noah to the ground and the guards yelling at them. And then Mariah shares um the the video, and she puts all the like hashtag Frida 4400, and like even like hashtag Kyla Coleman, hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag Detroit Mayor, Detroit Human Rights, UCLA, oh my gosh, different capitalism, and Palace Intrigue. I guess that's like the hotel they're staying at. I don't know. Anyways. And I guess MBI. Is there like a phone company? MBI, MBL? I don't know. So yeah, y'all, that is where the episode left. One thing about CW shows is they're always, always, always going to give you a cliffhanger. Always. So yeah, like there was like moments. Is that a real phone company, Sharon, out in the Midwest? I've never heard of it. Oh, that mosquito. Is it from the 70s, Sharon? Tell me it's not from the 70s too. Oh my god, that would be really funny. That would be really funny. Okay, let's try to bring this home. Okay. So let's do this. Let's see if this will yeah. So that's what happened in the show, y'all. I mean, Sharon, I killed 2 today so far in my room, and there's still a third one. Oh my god, Sharon. Like, those of us don't know, like, thank God for people like Sharon who can give us all the like 70s Easter eggs. Okay. So let me give y'all next episode, and then we can do like any little discussion type. So because my internet sucks, I got the video from some YouTube channel, TV promo or something like that. It's really hard to get the trailers. Like, CW doesn't put their trailers out on YouTube. CW is doing the very least. So let's look at the trailer for next week's episode.
Tomorrow, we launch what we are calling Project Reintegration.
My public is here. You want to see something cool?
Many of us have superpowers.
I'm not
wearing pants to dance.
These people claim to have traveled through time.
Y'all, that's what's coming next week. The trailers also tell us absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's give it like a quick look again.
Tomorrow, we launch what we are calling Project Reintegration.
My public is here. You want to see something cool?
Many of us have superpowers.
I'm not wearing pants to dance.
These people claim to have traveled through time.
Oh, Sharon. Um, so yes, it's a very, very, very vague trailer, but what I grasp from that is that they're finally going to let them go, but also that Keisha saw someone use their powers. So that's the two things I got from that, and also that we're going to get Dr. Dre's backstory. Coming off this episode, I'm like really, really worried about Noah because they didn't show us Noah in the trailer. I hope like Noah's okay. Um yeah, I'm exhausted. So I think I'm gonna wrap up really soon. Let me just do like my member shout out. Okay, so that was my shout out for my members. Come on, next. There we go. So yes, I like it's like you excited and you're excited and um but you're like also scared for them. So yeah, I think that's it. Let me yeah. So that's it, y'all. That's that's what happened on this week's episode. And we saw like all the 70s Easter eggs. So and we saw Ladonna's power. Thank you, Sharon, for dropping my Patreon. If you'd like to support me, you can join my Patreon. You can also join my membership, and my PayPal link is in the description box. So if our people in the chat have nothing else to add on, I'm going to sign off because I've been on for more than an hour. Apologies once again for the technical difficulties. I might be back. I might do my live on Friday. I haven't really decided. If not, I might do a live on Sunday. If not, I'll definitely be back next Tuesday. Look out for like a shortened like recap, maybe next week Sunday or Monday. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon, y'all. Have the best evening that you can have. Remember to hydrate. Remember to eat. Be kind. Do your best, and I'll see y'all soon.